how to prepare for logical reasoning and data interpretation. If you are somebody who is preparing for CAT entrance exam, this is a common question that you might have come across. This might be a difficult area that you might be facing and you are seeking some kind of solution for this. So today we are going to talk about how you can prepare for this logical reasoning and data interpretation, that is LRDI. So let's get started with today's topic. But before that, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. My name is Dr. Nitin and I help students to guide their career, maybe related to some entrance exam or maybe choosing some particular career, especially if you are from biology and medical background. So without further delay, let's get started with today's topic about understanding the logical reasoning and data interpretation preparation. So first of all, let's understand what is this LRDI. So LRDI, as the name suggests, it's a person's or candidate's ability to analyze and interpret data. So that is something that these examiners are trying to test, that how you're comfortable or how you can make some logical interpretations and solve these complex problems. Because as a MBA holder, you are expected to solve some business problems. So do you have that reasoning skills or not? That is something getting tested in the segment. So there are certain ways how you can prepare for it. So we'll discuss one by one all the aspects, and even if you are very beginner, we'll discuss some tips which will be helpful for you. So first of all, you need to understand what are the different types of uh, problems related to logical reasoning that can be asked. You need to get well versed with those types of variety of problems. So then only you will get that confidence. Then only you will get that point of view to look at the problems. That will give you that skill to solve those problems. That can be developed only by practicing enough number of variety of problems or puzzles and the questions related to this. So you can, I'm not going to discuss a particular resources or anything, but I'm just going to give you some guidelines. This will definitely help you to seek out and choose the right resources for you. Then you need to focus on improving the speed and accuracy. Uh, if some of you have subscribed to my channel previously, you might have seen a video on quantitative approach, and there I have mentioned about solving or focusing, giving priority to the accuracy first, and then um, improving the speed. But here what I'm talking about is working on both the things simultaneously, because these are some logical questions or logical puzzles which will when you challenge yourself to solve them at a speed and with accuracy, it will boost your brain and it will make more creative. So that is how you can develop this skill. So you need to challenge yourself, solve variety of questions or puzzles, and with the speed and accuracy also. Then you need to develop strategies to tackle each question type effectively. So the questions will vary, but the kind of thought process will always remain in certain manner. So there could be certain varieties where that questions will be asked. And if you can develop that skill, that thought process, that point of view to solve those problems, that problem solving approach, then once you have practiced enough, whatever question comes in exam, you will be easily able to handle or answer that question. So if you are somebody very beginner, if you're from biology or medical background, you might not have practiced maths or maybe some logical reasoning enough. Some students might not agree with me, but uh, there is no harm to start as a beginner. Okay, so how you can begin with the simpler problem solving and then increase your levels, as we have seen in various games and all those things. They also have those levels. So that way you can start with the simple problems and um, move towards complex problem solving. First of all, it will give you that the right mindset and that confidence that will build slowly and stepwise manner. Will not, like, you will not get frustrated once, like, so if you suddenly start solving complex problems and you are not getting answers for them, that frustration will not be there. You will develop the confidence instead of frustration. So that's why go in a more strategic manner. Then you need to familiarize yourself with the different approaches to solve the logical reasoning and data interpretation questions. So that strategy has to be developed. You need to look at solving those questions in a logical manner. So one hack that I would like to give over here is that mix some study groups with your friends, especially somebody who is from same educational and qualification background, and they are also preparing for the same exam. So see, our education system has been designed and developed in a such a way that it does not encourage what you call collaboration. It encourages competition. So to some extent, it's a fair point, but in real world, that collaboration will help you to succeed more than the competition. There is a competition in the real world, but when you work collaboratively, especially in the phase of preparation, when you sit with your friends and start preparing for those exams, then you share your knowledge, your experience, your thought process, your ideas without any bias, without any judgment. In that case, you will develop that kind of mastermind, which will be a kind of a superpower for you. So in exam, obviously, you are going to solve your own question paper. You are going to give your own GD and PI. But if you are not collaborating in the preparation phase, my dear friends, you are missing that golden opportunity. So that's why form those smaller study groups and prepare in that study groups. Do not consider it as a competition. So I hope I was able to put this point very clearly. So let's move to the next step, is that you need to allocate specific time for your LRDI practice. As I mentioned, for each subject, you need to define your timeline, your timetable, and prepare accordingly. Do not make it over ambitious. Make a judicious timetable for every subject. Do not overburden yourself. Then you need to review your mistakes and learn from them to improve your performance, and this can be made possible only by attempting the mock test. Uh, so the more you practice, more you solve this kind of problems, puzzles, questions, the more confidence you will get, the better you will get at it. And the weaker areas you can identify through the help of all the mock tests. And as I mentioned, the study groups, there you will be able to identify which are the weak areas where you need to focus on. Then let's talk about certain things that you need to avoid while you are doing the preparation itself. You're relying on the solely on the intuition without understanding the logic behind the solution. So I always tell my employees and my customers also that there are certain things that you can uh, do a hypothesis for, but they cannot be proven. Okay? They cannot be proven on logical basis. So it does not mean that the logic is not there. You can try to find that logic for how that certain principle is working. So when you understand that and you go for like understanding that logic and the concept behind how that hypothesis is working, then you will develop that logical thinking habit. It becomes part of your DNA, and that's how you develop this logical thinking skill. So that's why focus on this kind of logical thinking, not just on intuition, but actually making it logical thought process. Then spending too much on a single question, learn to move on, you're stuck. So this is one of the common uh, tip that I suggest for even for school exam preparation also, or any other exam for that matter. Whenever you are like solving the questions, go in a flow. Do not wait for, first you need to compute how much time you will get you for each question, and accordingly plan, write your answers. Okay. And if you feel that you are getting stuck at some point of time, just move on to next question. Some people might not agree with me, but it's your choice. Whatever you feel comfortable with, you can leave that question for now, and once you complete the whole question paper, you can again come back to the same question again, and maybe you might have got certain thought process by that time. So the choice is yours. There are nothing is right or nothing is wrong. The approach is what you are comfortable with. You can choose that approach. Then next point is you need to do not neglect practicing variety. Okay, as I mentioned, you need to practice and practice, so that practice can be done by yourself through mock tests, through group discussions, solving previous year questions papers, and that is how you practice uh, this logical thinking process. Then you need to avoid overlooking the time management, as I already covered some aspects related to this in the previous topic. So that time management is one of the critical skills that you need to develop on. So let's understand what are the certain skills that you need to have or you need to develop. So some of the skills you might not have right now, but you need to develop them as an when you are preparing for that. So one of the prime skill for logical reasoning and data interpretation related problems is analytical thinking. How logical are you? How you can understand the data and make interpretation and create some hypothesis based on that. Are you able to find some kind of patterns in the given data, and how you can correlate that data pattern with the questions that are getting asked? Then you need to have that problem solving proficiency, because if you are not solution, when people think problem solving, you need to be solution focused, like what is the solution that you are going to derive for a particular problem. That solution focus approach has to be there. uh, then obviously time management is a skill which will help you to prepare well and also to perform well in your exams. Then you need to practice with diverse data sets and problems, variety of question formats that you need to practice and practice. Then you need to have ability to handle complex information efficiently, and as I mentioned, it can be developed when you practice in a stepwise or in a more strategical manner, from simple to more complex problems. That is how you develop this kind of skills. Then let's understand a few bonus tips for you, which will help you to improve your performance in overall exam and overall preparation time frame. You need to understand the question types. Uh, so you need to, if you are interpreting the question incorrectly, you are going to end up the solution incorrectly. That's why that understanding of that question appropriately and logically is the first step. You need to have that logical reasoning skills to arrive at a particular solution. Just understanding the question is not sufficient. You need to arrive at some logical solution for that. So that solution oriented approach has to be there. Then you need to improve your data interpretation skills. The question might come with certain kind of a data, it may be in different formats, and how can you simplify that data presentation? Maybe that data might have just come in a more of a textual format. So how you can convert into more of a matrix or maybe tabular or some kind of chart format which can uh, help you to identify some kind of pattern out of that data. That is something you can focus on. The time management skill, as I mentioned, it is required for the preparation phase also and during the exam also. Then you need to experiment and develop effective strategies. As I mentioned earlier, when you are discussing with your friends, your colleagues, or maybe that coaching institute where you are going, you need to discuss with the different people, different candidates, how they are approaching their studies. Listen to some podcast or interviews by previous successful candidates, how they have cracked their exam. So implement those strategies from there. You do not need to uh, like go through all the videos or all the tutorials or all the resources, but the point here is to, whenever you study particular resource, just understand that resource and implement that. Once you have thoroughly implemented that, then only move to the next resource, because there is a plethora of information available in the internet era. So you cannot just get or just keep collecting the information. Knowledge is good, but the knowledge without action is useless. So that's why that action and that implementation of those strategies is very necessary. Then you need to review your solutions. Maybe it's related to actual problem solving or the kind of approaches or strategies that you are taking for your study, or maybe even for some preparation activities. You need to review them kindly manner. This is what you have planned and this is what you are doing actually. So then when you are able to measure this, then only you will be able to control this. Otherwise, if you are not able to measure this, how you can control this, whether you are going up or whether you are going down? You will not understand. And then you need to stay updated with latest trends and changes in the exam aspects, how the exam is being conducted, and uh, the more you get that exposure through mock test, the better you will learn and understand. So you need to find the resources related to the pattern. You can speak with the people who have given that particular exam in that particular syllabus or that particular pattern. Then even if you are stuck somewhere, you are always open to ask questions, ask your coaches, ask your coaching institutes, ask your friends. And if you feel comfortable, you can ask me, you can let me know your questions in the comment section. I hope this video has given you some clarity, and even if you don't agree with me on certain aspects, I am always open for your feedback. Please let me know in the comment section how and where I can improve on this, because your feedback will let me know that my videos and my suggestions are helping you and guiding you. And even if it is not helping you, let me know your thought process, uh, because that will help me to also improve, and along with me, other fellow members who are participating in this community, they will get also benefit from this, your comment and your feedback. So my dear friend, that's all for now. I hope to see you again in another topic with your career. If you have particular question or if you are facing issues in certain aspects, let me know in the comment section and I will definitely create a tutorial for you. That's all for today. This is Dr. Nitin signing out. Bye bye.